Yosha! I don't know, was that good? Was I too Texas? You guys tell me, here he is! King of the Yosha himself, Vegito! Vegito Blue! Here he is. All right, we're going to be hopping into a showcase for this guy. I just wanted to show off that my links are full level 10 here, and I wanted to show my build before we hop in. We've got 11 additional 20 crit and 3 dodge. Now, for this guy, for your build, I think you do want to go full crit. We'll get into that as we go throughout the video, but this guy's going to be doing a lot of additional attacks, and he does not have built-in crits or super effective against all types like Gogeta, so you do want to be getting full crit on this guy, and we are going to swap these out eventually for the 8th anniversary battle equips that are going to be coming out this weekend, so be on the lookout for that event whenever it drops. I'll get guides up. But for now, these are like the equips I put on him back in 1964 whenever he came out. And this is definitely the build I had. I definitely had 3 dodge on him this entire time. Okay, listen. Okay, none of you can prove it, probably. I don't know if I've used this guy on the channel. All right, so these are his stats. This is what he looks like. Let's go ahead and hop into the showcase. Oh, just to show you, we're going to be using the same team that we used in the Gogeta showcase, just for fairness of the comparison for the two. So let's go ahead and hop in. All right, so here we are hopping into the showcase. We've got Vegito here on turn 2. He's at 141k defense. Keep in mind that he does get 50% defense from his super attack effect, and he does get 100% defense when attacking, which is nice here in... whatever, so this is going to double to 280, and then he does get 50% here. No. Yes, right here. Greatly raised. Okay, so yeah, he's going to double to 280, and then he's going to get another 50% of that, which should be, put him at like 420. So he'll be at 420k defense after 1 super attack. If he gets a double, he'll go up just a little bit higher, but we're not really worried about that at the moment. We're just worried about getting key here and getting him his attacks in. This should be good. He gets a few key. He gets 4 key when attacking, so this will put us at the 18 key super attack. We got Saiyan Warrior Race, Over to Flash, and Fierce Battle active. We're going to be linking him with this God Goku, just like we did Gogeta. Again, for fair comparison. Hopefully this guy gets hit this time. If you guys missed out on the Gogeta showcase, you missed out on a fun one. We had a really, really good ending to the video, so go check that one out. Now, I think whenever I did Gogeta's breakdown, I forgot to show his 200% leaders, so we'll be sure to do that in the Vegito showcase here. Speaking of the Gogeta showcase, it is rendering, because I actually forgot to record. In my excitement, I forgot to do the actual breakdown. Normally, I do the breakdowns at the beginning of the videos, just so that I have an idea of the unit before I go in, but I have my cheat sheet pulled up on the side. We've got the T6 Dokkan.wiki pulled up on the side, and I'm going to be reading off of it as we go. That way I know what he's doing, but, you know, I like to do the breakdown at the beginning. That way you guys get a refresher before we hop in, but I figure most of you just want me to hop into the action. So we're going to try this out. If you don't like this formula, let me know. I'm, you know, willing to do it however you guys want, but this is just the way that I'm doing it at the moment. Let's see. It says that we're done exporting. We're close. We're close. Okay. All right, let's get through this rotation. Is he sealed? No, but he's just healing in slot 1, so we should be fine here to go ahead and get a stack for my gods. They floated, so, you know, they're not going to be quite as strong as the friend, but that's okay. We're going to be okay. I'm not usually too concerned about the cell fight. I talked about this in the Gogeta showcase, but I really do enjoy the cell fight because he doesn't really do anything to you, and you can kind of lock him down a little bit so he's not just bullying your characters the entire time. This first form cell can be sealed, and then I think he can be stunned all the way up through the AGL phase, so it can really help you get some of these other characters built up if you bring stunners. We don't have any stunners on the team, so we won't really be able to take advantage of that, but it does help protect like this AGL Goku in this first phase, which is nice. So I do appreciate that, and then it's just a longer event with a bunch of different typings, which is nice, and he does hit relatively hard, so I like this stage. I think it's really good to use for showcases because we don't have to worry about any of our characters getting locked down. We need this as an intro voiced, by the way, as soon as possible in Dokkan. Maybe for Worldwide. You know, future for Worldwide sounds pretty good to me. Alright, so Vegito here has guaranteed dodging, so we can throw him in slot 1 with not a care in the world. Now that he has gone blue, we are going to be a little bit different here. Let me go ahead and pull up his information. Give me 2 seconds. All right, there we go. I needed to swap my cheat sheet over. Again, I'll go over all of this at the end of the video, but he is getting, as the first attacker in the turn, he's going to get 5 ki when he launches his super attack. That's a little bit well, he should get 1 additional ki when performing the attack as well. So he should get 6 ki here. And at 24 ki, he does launch an additional super attack. As the first or second attacker in the turn, he launches another guarantee. So let me start over. As the first or second attacker in the turn, he gets ki plus 5, and he launches an additional super attack. Okay, so 2 supers, and then he has a medium chance of launching a third super attack. If you get 24 ki, he does a guaranteed additional as well. So in slot 1 or 2, you can do your normal super, you can do your additional for being in slot 1, you have a 30% chance to do another one, and then you're going to get another super for being at 24 ki, which is pretty good. If you put him in slot 3, he gets basically the same thing. Well, kinda. So in slot 3, he gets ki plus 7, launches an additional super attack, and a great chance of evading as the third attacker in the turn. And then just the same as Gogeta, he builds up 1 ki and 22% attack and defense, up to 5 ki and 88% attack and defense with each attack performed. We should be able to get that all built up on this first turn. So he's starting at a little low at 165k defense, but that's where their guaranteed evasion comes into play here. We cannot be touched. Despite being type advantage and at 165k defense, Cell cannot cheap shot us right there with a super attack. So Vegito pops out with a 6.4 million attack stat right here. Not super crazy, but he does have a guaranteed additional coming right here. This is why you need to give him crits, by the way. He doesn't have built-in crits at all, so you need to give him crits right here, right? So that, yep, that's a crit. Oh, and then that's it. That's all we did. So I guess that 24... Huh. I'm surprised that didn't activate mid-turn right there. So all we saw there was the initial super attack and then the guaranteed additional for being in slot 1. And then we had a 30% chance to get another additional. We did not get that. And then I really thought that we would get the 24 ki because we were going to build up to 24 ki, and I thought it might activate mid-turn. But I guess it doesn't. I guess it only activates whenever you launch that first super attack there. So that's interesting to know. So you have to be at 24 ki when launching that first attack in order for that additional to proc. So that is good to know. That is good knowledge. We're going to leave Vegeta in slot 1 so that he can actually get hit on this run. So we're going to grab this key right here. Let's go ahead and grab this. Yes, the int key with the gods. I'm going to take a chance and not transform the gods here and try to greed out some extra stacks. This could result in us dying. If it does, I'll just hop back in on a turn with Vegito Blue again, and we'll just continue the showcase from there. Okay, this is really good. I don't think they'll take damage from normals from this guy, but, I mean, this guy might take some damage from the super attack. Okay, he doesn't. That's good. Okay, so we should have his support kicking in as soon as he takes this next hit, which will be really good. So we'll have Vegito Blue with Vegeta support. We should see it kick in there. I guess the turn loaded weird, so we didn't get to see it. But Vegeta's support should be kicked in here. Vegito has 2 of his 4 attacks built up for his full 88%. So that's a little unfortunate there. And then we have 2 of the 5 ki built up. So it seems like Gogeta is going to be building up a little bit quicker just because he's going to get those 2 additional attacks guaranteed every time, which is going to give you a better chance of getting your hidden potential attack every single turn. So it seems like in terms of getting that extra 88% built up, it seems like Gogeta is going to be a little bit more consistent here. But maybe we just had a bad turn with orbs with Vegito. Now that he's had a little bit of time to build up here, I don't expect it. I think we're just going to clobber this cell immediately. We're not even going to transform the gods here. We're going to leave it just like this. That's not what I wanted to do, but I guess that's what we're doing. I was going to move Vegito into slot 1 there, actually, but guess not. Guess the game decided for me that we're not going to do that. But we should be fine here. Again, Vegito is going to get 5 ki whenever he launches an attack, so this is going to be an 18 ki super attack. I forgot to show his defense. That's my bad, but I don't think it really matters. We're up against an AGL enemy here, so I'm not too concerned. Just need God Goku to dodge this attack right here. Just need you to dodge. Okay, he didn't, but he did super attack first this time, so this, yeah, only 220k is not too bad. 11 million is pretty good. Again, we got another one guaranteed, and then we could do another one, and then we could do the... Yeah, okay, so this is guaranteed. Right, so we could do one. We have a 30% chance to do another one. Okay, I think we got it. And then we also have the hidden potential attack. So if we do a normal after this, that's the hidden potential kicking in. But now we are fully built up. Okay, so that could have been either the 30% or the hidden potential. We don't actually know. But now he is fully built up. We have his extra 5 ki because we've done 5 attacks now. We did 3 on this turn, 2 on the last, and then we have his full 88% attack and defense built up. So pretty good. You know, part of his jump and attack stat was from, what's his name? Was from Vegeta's support here. That definitely helped us out a little bit here. Nice. We got to greet out another stack with the gods, is always very good. This is perfect. We can do this, and we should be just fine here. Again, I'm just going to keep greeting out stacks with the gods as long as the game will let me. Let's go ahead and grab these key spheres, and then we can drop down these AGL for next turn. And then hopefully God Goku either transforms the AGL or STR. Either of those would be good. Alright, so nice. We dodged the super attack. I finally put equips on that STR Piccolo, by the way. For the longest time, for like the past year, I've just been running him without equips. I finally put some equips on him, so he's gonna be looking a lot better from now on. The gods are doing okay. I think this is their last turn with their intro buff up. They get like a 7-turn buff at the start of turn. What turn is this? This is turn 7, right? I can't even see. Yeah, it's turn 7. So this is their last turn with their extra 77% attack and defense. So we will for sure transform them next turn. I just wanted to greed. I wanted to be greedy, you know. And we had the perfect turn to be. Yeah, there we go. Being greedy's paying off right here. I mean, there's no point. I mean, they're just, you know, the Vegito Blue's gonna kill Cell next turn. I may need this Vegeta to double crit, though, to, oof, no, we didn't get it. Okay, well, we could use the active skill here. Do we gamble like we did in the other showcase? I think we do. I think we do gamble again. All right. Vegito Blue is at 415k defense. Give me a second. I'm going to show you how we got to that number. Alright, I went ahead and calculated this for all of you to see. I've been asked before to show how we're getting to some of these numbers in the video and how to actually calculate, you know, defense and some things. So I figured I would go ahead and show you how Dokkan is getting to these numbers and where we're going to be at on this turn after we super attack. This is a good place to do it now that Vegito is fully built up. So this is his defense at the, you know, that's like his normal defensive stat right here. You can see 11, 7, 88. We are on a 200% leader with the gods, so we multiply by 5. That's 2 200% leaders for a total of 400%. So you multiply by 5. 150% at the start of turn, you multiply by 2.5. This number, you multiply by 2.5. They get an 88% buildup in their passive, that's multiplicative. So then you multiply by 1.88. So this number times 1.88 gets you here. And then last turn, we did an 18 ki, which carries over for 3 turns. So that's what you see right here is that 50% buff carrying over from last turn is added, or well, not added. It's multiplicative buff, but you see it currently in the start of turn buff right here. So you can see that I was able to get exactly 415,527. And then how much are we going to get per super attack right here? You can see, oh, clicking on the wrong thing. I clicked in OBS, not over here. So I don't know if you guys are actually able to see my mouse or not or anything. But anyway, so over here, 50% effect from last turn, blah, 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 blah. Right here. So you can see right here, this is a times 1.5 multiplier, and then we go up to 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, and we're all multiplying on cell A86 here. The reason for that is I've talked about this before, but think about buckets, okay? We're going to have 3 buckets. Everybody likes buckets, right? You know, whenever the math teachers start talking about the buckets, you know you're in a good math class, right? You know, they start talking about moving buckets around, filling up buckets. Maybe I'm the only person at a math teacher ever talking about buckets, but we're talking about buckets, okay? I'm going to go ahead and highlight the buckets here. Okay, we've got our buckets highlighted now. Now, the reason I do this is to kind of show you where the multiplicative buffs are. Of course, like, this is one, but we're ignoring that. We're specifically talking about the start of turn, the 88% buildup in their passive per, like, attack done, and then right here we have the 50% buildup. So the way this works, right, is anything happening in these buckets all get added together and then multiplied with the other buckets. So we have 150% defense at the start of turn right here. So that's all we have in this bucket right now. If Piccolo was on rotation, we would have his support in this blue bucket. This is where Piccolo's support would fall. So how much does he give? He gives like 30% defense, right? If I click on this, yeah, superclass allies key plus 2 and 30% defense. So if Piccolo was on rotation here, this would go up to 180%, essentially, is what would happen. And this multiplier would change from 2.5 to 2.8, okay? So that's where Piccolo's support would fall. Vegeta, you know, if we had his support up, his 30% support would fall here into this bucket. This is the multiplicative passive bucket, okay? This is where all of that stuff, so getting hit, doing super attacks, dodging, all that stuff is going to fall into this bucket right here. And then we have the super attack effect bucket, okay? And those all fall into this bucket. And so that's why this 1.5, you know, this is what we see at the start of turn, right? And then we see, okay, let's look at Vegito's super attack effect, right? And it says that he gets 50% defense, he greatly raises, right there in his passive. So some people just look at this and go, oh, it's going to be 415,000, right? Times 1.5, because he's getting 50%. But you can see here that I'm showing that if we do a super attack on this turn, we're only at 554k. The reason for that is because of the buckets, right? The super attack effect multipliers don't multiply with themselves, they add together. So we already have one active included in this number from last turn. So if we do another super attack effect, it's the essentially, or if we do another super attack on this turn, it's essentially the equivalent of having done 2 super attacks in total. And so instead of getting, you know, a 50% buff here and then multiplying it by another 50% buff, the two 50% buffs add together for a total boost of 100%, which is why we're multiplying by 2 right here against this number right here. So this is kind of like the secret start of turn defense, like right here. If we did not have this 50% buff up from last turn, we would actually be right here in terms of our start of turn defense. So we would start here, you know, we'd go 50%, right? And then 100%, 150, and so on and so forth. But because we have that amount up, this is already included, and so whenever we do that, we have to consider that whenever calculating. So this is going to be essentially, that's why I have 1 SA but 2 in total, right? Because this is secretly SA 0. That's what I called it in the Gogeta showcase. Essentially, we haven't super attacked on this turn, but we have because we did last turn. That stack carried over. Hopefully that makes sense, but you can see here in my multipliers, we go from 1.5 because it's a 50% buff, to 2 super attacks in total is 100% buff, right? So that's why we have times 2. If that doesn't make sense to you, the reason is because if we just multiply by 1, right, we would get the same number. So in order to get a 100% buff to this, you know, if you increase this by 100%, it doubles, right? Because 100% of this number is the same number as it. So if you increase it by 100%, then it's, you know, double what it was before. So that's why this is times 2, and then 3 super attacks would be multiplied by 2.5, and you can see we add 0.5 to each of these right here. I know it's probably small, but we go to 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, and 4, and I laid out exactly how we could get to a possible max defense in this scenario. So we're going to do their normal, you know, 18 key super attack right here. I called it a normal just because it's not actually a normal attack, but it's just their ordinary attack that they're going to get on this turn just for attacking, right? There's no conditions to it. We just collect key and he doesn't attack, right? And then they're going to get their guaranteed in slot 1 or 2. We have them in slot 2, so they're going to get this guaranteed attack right here. They have the 30% chance in slots 1 or 2 to do an additional here. And then we could get the guaranteed if we get to 24 key, and then we have the chance to do the hidden potential super attack as well, and that could get us up to a total of 1.1 million defense. The most likely we're going to be somewhere in this range, but we could, you know, it's a ceiling, right? We're minimum here. Well, actually, we're minimum here, maximum here. So let's keep that in mind as we're going throughout here. Now, here's the issue. I don't think we're going to be able to do that many attacks because I think we're just going to kill this guy. So let's go ahead and grab God Goku's orbs. I don't know, honestly, if Vegito is going to be able to attack, but we will grab key just in case. You know, we will see. My God Goku does not have any crit, so, you know, we will see. I guess I could have put Vegito in slot 1. That probably would have been smart. But now next turn, well, next turn we'll have Vegeta, or we'll have, are we going to get an attack? I was going to say, if we have Piccolo next turn, because I think Piccolo's coming onto this rotation, we'll be able to see what I was talking about with the defensive calc there. So I'll go ahead and show you, you know, like where the buckets are, right? The start of turn buckets. All right, we need to do a lot of damage, but not too much damage. Let's go ahead and transform with my gods. They will do, oh, I have the active skills turned on. I mean, that's fine.
パーサイヤ人ゴッドを超えたパワーだ。
かかってこい、遊んでやる。
Alright, that is good. I guess we'll go ahead and transform the other gods as well, but let's turn the skip on. There's no reason not to, right? Mine is more defensive, so we'll do this. Okay. We'll grab these orbs. That'll give them a decent chance to dodge if Cell decides to super attack us here. I will leave, you know, it kind of looks odd me getting the green orbs with Piccolo, but I want the rainbow with the gods so that they can get the additional dodge chance. I probably should have healed here, but I think if we just take a super, we're dead. They dodged. Of course, mine dodged. That's the 3 dodge activating, by the way. Prove it's not. Prove that's not the 3 dodge activating. Anyway, we should do plenty of damage to Cell on this turn. The gods, you know, they're still big damage dealers, right? They can be. I mean, maybe not as big as some of the new units that are coming out, but they can still get work done. So, maybe not as much as I would like, though. It's going to be close. God Goku's been stacking up quite a bit, so hopefully his active skill can do some damage for us. It did last time. Last time it pushed us into the perfect zone. We will see. You know, I'm getting a little nervous here. Maybe I should have used the active skill with Vegito, but, you know, I want the KO screen, you know? If we don't get it, I will, hop back in and just try to get the KO screen. Okay, they just did 1 attack. That's cool. Okay. We're gonna use God Goku's active skill here, and see if it gets us below the 50% HP threshold. So let's go ahead and use that. We'll just go ahead and play it. Why not? Yes. Yes. All right. Let's go ahead and play Vegeta's too. Well, we'll just skip Vegeta's. We're gonna get Vegeta's on. Also, I do want to show you before I attack 277-018. Oh, you guys can't see this. Hang on. There we go. What did I say? Without the 50% buff up, this is what we were at start of turn. So, just wanted to show that there, that, you know, I can do math. I promise. I may not be able to read, but I can do some math, alright? So yeah, let's go ahead and use Vegito's active skill. Nice, we got the crit. Okay, so because we launched that attack in slot 3, right? We're going to get the additional when key is 24 or when we launch the active skill, right? So we've got that activated. We're going to get all of his buffs for slot 3. Notice how his key is like way up right now. That's because we just got the 7 key for being the 3rd attacker in the turn, which means we also got an additional super attack and a great chance of evading. So we can go ahead and throw this guy in slot 1. Because we now have a 70% chance to dodge. And then we're going to get key plus 5, an additional super attack, the medium chance. So on this turn, Vegito did his active skill, right? He could, or well, he did his active skill. He's going to do his ordinary attack, right? He's just going to do his normal attack, right? That he does, like his general super attack. He's going to do the guaranteed additional for being at 24 key. He's going to do the guaranteed additional for being in slot 1. He's going to do the guaranteed additional for being in slot 3. He's going to do, he could do the 30% chance for being in slot 2, and then he could do the 30%, or no, I'm sorry, he could do the hidden potential chance for a total of 7 attacks, including the active skill. I don't know that there's a boss in the game that we can do this against that they will survive. Let's grab this key. He'll be at 24. It's all good. You know, God Goku, thanks for being here. Vegeta, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. You know, God Goku especially got us in the point that we can do this. So here's an 11. Right? We have an 11 right here. Right? Okay, that's pretty good. We got one more coming in. You know, we got another one coming in after this. We got another one coming in after that. Yep, yeah, here it is. We got another one after this one too, buddy. If you want to survive, we got another one. Pretty good. That's why you give this guy crits. Oh, this guy is special. This guy is special. Let's move into his breakdown. All right, here we go. We're going to go ahead and do the breakdown. Again, if you prefer these at the beginning of the video, let me know. But we're going to do it at the end here from now on, unless I hear otherwise. So, leader skill is Final Trump Card or Patara. Key +3, HP attack and defense 170%. He gets attack and defense 140% at the start of turn. By the way, I love this passive skill. It's a good passive skill. Die. Key +4 when attacking. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack as the first or second attacker in the turn. Launches an additional super attack guaranteed and a great chance of evading enemy attacks, including super attacks as the third attacker in the turn. He gets an additional defense +100% when attacking, and he transforms when conditions are met. This is really good. This helps him out a lot. Stacks attack, raises defense for one turn 30%, and raises defense 50% for one turn on 18 key and 12 key. So any stacks you do in 12 key will make him perform at a higher attack stat number for the rest of battle. These will carry over. Remember how we talked about those buckets, right? These will stay in those buckets for 99 turns. So unless you are in a crazy fight that I don't know about, then you know, you'll have these up for the rest of battle. Links are Saiyan Warrior Race, Fused Fighters, Brainiacs, Fierce Battle, Power Bestowed by God, Over in a Flash, Legendary Power. Not the best, but we do have several Over in a Flash characters that are good now, specifically Physical God Goku, which we used in this video. Categories are Future Saga, Transformation Boost, Final Trump Card, Power Beyond, Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, Superheroes, Accelerated Battle, Battle of Fate, Time Travelers, Realm of Gods, Patara, Fused Fighter Time Limit, Battle of Wits. This guy's on a lot of teams. He helps out on all of them. He transforms on turn 4. These are his best linking partners in base. There's a couple decent new ones up here. You know, this Gogeta Blue, we already have a video up on the channel for, or maybe, I'm not sure which one of these is going to come out first. Depends on who processes first. We'll see. Sometimes YouTube, you know, messes me up, but whichever one processes first, we have another video up for them on the channel. This guy's not great. Honestly, I don't like him. I think his EZA was really undertuned. This guy's good. You can run him. Piccolo's great. The fact that he shares 4 links with Piccolo is actually pretty crazy. This is the same unit as this guy. And then that's pretty much it. This God Goku's good if you're fighting a Pure Saiyan or movie boss. And that's all we've really got at the moment in terms of linking partners. Let's go ahead and look at his blue form. Leader skill stays the same. This is probably the most important thing in his passive, is that he gets guaranteed dodging on his turn that he transforms on. So, you know, use that to your advantage. Keep in mind, this will not work against, like, Broly or Ice Shinron, or, you know, legendary event bosses that cancel dodge. Just keep that in mind. Any boss that cancels dodge, you will not get this, so you need to be a little bit more careful against those guys, but these guys can still put in work, as we will see throughout the upcoming showcases. Key +5 and launches an additional super attack, and medium chance of launching another additional super attack as the first or second attacker in the turn. Key +7 launches an additional super attack and great chance of evading enemy attacks, including the super attack as the third attacker in the turn. Again, both of these will activate when you use the active skill in that slot. So if you use the active skill in slot 1 and then move them to slot 3, they'll keep the effect from slot 1, and then they'll also get the effect from slot 3. More commonly, you're going to be using it in slot 3 and then moving them to slot 1 or 2, and they'll keep the effect from slot 3. So like we did on the last turn, we used it in slot 3 right here, right? Then we moved them into slot 1, and we saw all that key that they got. They got, you know, 12 key. They got the additional here, and then we killed them. But then he could have done the 30% here. He could have done this one as well. So we had plenty more additionals coming in. Key +1 and up to 5 in attack and defense, plus 22%, up to 88% with each attack performed. Launches an additional super attack when activating the active skill or when key is 24. So this guy does a lot of attacks. You want to give him crit. Crit is great for this guy. You can see he doesn't really have any crit in his passive, but he has a million additionals. He's got the guaranteed dodge here, and this is one of the few characters where I do think prioritizing offense is a good idea just because of the amount of damage that they do. Active skill is the final Kamehameha. We did not get the KO screen, so I'm going to go ahead and play that right here. If you get the KO screen, that's what he does. Looks pretty good. So, we played that there. Sorry I didn't get it. And then greatly raises attack temporarily and causes colossal damage to, or causes ultimate damage to the enemy. Pretty good. Can be activated when facing one enemy whose HP is 50% or less, starting from the next attacking turn. So the earliest you can get this in turn 6, which is a little late, but you should be able to see that in most fights in the game right now, which is really good. It is meant to be a finisher. Super attack effects greatly raises defense for 3 turns and causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. We saw this effect will carry over turn as long as you're getting it. I showed that in my calculations. Again, I can pull that up. Well, no, I can't pull it up. I mean, I can, but it'd be messy. Those are gone. Anyway. But yeah, that effect will carry over turn as long as you're keeping it active, which you do want to do because it'll help his start of turn defense out tremendously, which if you're going up against a boss who does AoEs, it is very important, right? That extra 200k defense is going to help you out a ton. And then 12 key, he does greatly raise attack and defense. This is also a 50% buff for 1 turn and causes colossal damage to the enemy. Links do change a little bit. Super Saiyan Kamehameha power bestowed by God, over in a flash, Fuse Fighter, Fierce Battle, Legendary power. What changed? Oh, Brainiac's changes, right? Brainiac's changes to... One of these changes. Hang on. Let's see. Saiyan Warrior Race and Brainiac's. Okay, those two change. Those two change to Super Saiyan and what? Super Saiyan and Kamehameha. Okay, there we go. Categories stay the same. And then linking partners are basically the same. You know, the gods are on here now because they have their god links, so... they're on here, you know, they have some decent linking partners. I think the best you want to go with right now are some God Gokus who can really hold down slot 1 for them. These guys aren't really slot 1 units. The only time you can really run them in slot 1 is whenever you use their active skill in slot 3 and then move them into slot 1 and they get the extra 70% chance to dodge. And even then it's a little iffy, so, but you can. So, that is Vegito. Let me go ahead and pull up his 200% teams here just to show you. These are his 200% leaders. We have the GT Super Saiyan 4s, the Battle of Wits Carnival Goku, Vegeta and Trunks. You know, they are on Battle of Fate and Future. This is a great buff for their team. The Gods team, which is what we ran in the showcase, and then the LR Super Saiyan 4's Fused Fighter team. So these are their 200%. And real quick, let me go ahead and pull up Gogeta since I don't think I showed it in his video. Let's go ahead and show his 200%. They are a little bit different, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, so he's got the superhero team. Well, I guess he's actually on the superhero 200%. So Gohan, Piccolo, we are on Power of Revival or whatever they call it. That is Goku's team, and then also the same here. This is a big buffs for both of these teams, the Gods and Super Saiyan 4s. So pretty good for both units. I'm big fans. Let me know what you guys think. We're gonna get Sin showcases out tomorrow. I enjoyed recording these. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm gonna catch you all next time.